everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this one, I'm going to share a really useful tip for workflow delegation. So basically there are two types of delegation. Let's say if you are a approver and on that specific day or on that specific transaction, you realize this should be another person who approves it, not you. So in that case, you can use the delegation function from the workflow directly route to another person. And the second scenario of delegation is automatic delegation. So let's say you will be on leave for 1 week and you want a workflow to be delegated to another person during your absence only. So how should we set that up in Dynamics? So those are the two key topics I'm going to address during this video. And before we start, I do want to thank you for all your support and positive comments. That really helps a lot to help me continue to grow the channel. All right, with that, let's get started. So the first scenario, let's say just on a specific transaction, you are approver and you want to delegate to another person. So to do that, you'll first need to find out the approval requests that you received. So typically on the home page here, work items assigned to me, you will see work items, right, under your name, and you just click on that hyperlink to get into the approval request. The other way to navigate to that, you can use the common module here and under common, select work items assigned to me. Here we'll list all the approval requests assigned to you. So currently in this testing environment, I don't have anything, but you can directly click open on that specific item to get into the GL journal. So typically that's going to bring you to the journal level. So I'm going to navigate to general ledger, general journals, and let's assume this is the workflow journal approval request. And as approver, you will have access to the delegation function. So through this workflow option, right from the drop down. Now, again, on this one, I'm not the approver, so I don't have access to those buttons. But typically, when you click on this drop down as approver, you have the possibility to approve, reject, request a change, delegate, and you can just easily select that delegate, and it's going to show a list of users, and you can pick the right user to delegate. So that's the first approach when you just want to delegate the approval for a specific transaction. Now, in this video, I wanted to address the automatic workflow delegation feature. So mainly in the scenario when you will be on leave for a period, you want to find a delegation. So you will use this user options from this configuration button. So click on user options, and this is per user setup. So everyone can access to this user options and go to the workflow section. All right, so from here, you do have a section dedicated for delegation configuration. So let's say in my scenario, I want to delegate a workflow to another colleague. So I can create a new one. First, I need to define the scope. So do I want to delegate all my workflows to this user? If that's the case, you select all. Or you're both AP manager and accounting manager, so you may have different module access. So you can define which module you want to delegate to that specific user or delegation. The third option is workflow basis, meaning that you just want to delegate a specific workflow during your absence. So for example, if I select a module, you will need to give more details from the name list. So that allows you to delegate workflow approval per module. You may have multiple workflow designs under one module, so those all can be selected. And in my case, I want to actually use workflow basis. So for example, if I select a workflow in this name dropdown, you will need to select the detailed workflow ID. So you see the listing is updated per workflow ID. So now let's say I want to delegate my approval request only for my GL workflow approval. So I'll continue to scroll down and find my general ledger. So that's going to be my ledger daily journal workflow. So I select this one. And now I need to select to whom I want to give this right of approval during my absence. Now, for example, I want to pick Alicia, and she will be able to approve all those journals on my behalf. And of course, I'll need to give a start date and define the end date. So now let's do September 10th to September 17th for 1 week. And then once you are ready, you can select this enabled. So this workflow delegation will take effect from your start date once it's enabled. And if I scroll down, you also have a comment section. You can leave a comment to say this workflow is delegated to another user during my absence, and this could be used for audit purposes. Okay, now moving back. Another thing I want to highlight is this delegate person. Typically, you want to delegate your workflow to someone having the same right? If you are a accounting manager approving GL journal, you will like the delegated person also have the same level of access. So let's say if Alicia is actually an accountant role and doesn't have right to approve, there will be an issue because this delegation only updates the user or workflow routing process. It doesn't automatically update your user security rights. So if that's the case, you need temporarily adjust the user security level and document for security control and audit review. But typically, you would delegate to someone at the same level or above your level from user access perspective. Okay, so once that's enabled, you are pretty much done here, right? So we can just test out, create a journal entry, making sure the journal date is after this start date, and you can test the system is automatically reassign that to Alicia. And of course, you can remove it, add additional new workflow delegation rules, or you can also from delegation here to enable one or disable one, right? And you also have this filter options. So sometimes when we get in here, you may not see directly this workflow. That's because there's a filter here showing active. And if you do all, you will see that. Or if you do disabled, it's filtered accordingly. All right, so this is a short and sweet one. Hopefully this is helpful. Please comment down below if you want to see other scenarios for workflow related topics. By the way, I'm going to release more workflow related episodes showing how to create complex workflow conditions and how we link to journal names and how we can maintain workflow through user group perspective. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.